tired of literally throwing money downrange while you're trying to get proficient with your firearms? Stick around and we'll show you a device that might help you out. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Raff Reviews. I am Raff, and on this channel we say don't spend your hard-earned money on something that may not fit your needs. Let me try it out for you first, help you decide whether or not it's something that you want to buy. Now today's review is not sponsored. I purchased this product on my own and decided to make a review about it, so let's go ahead and get started. Today we're going to take a look at the Mantis Laser Academy, and this is basically a dry fire method that shoots a laser out of your gun. Your phone picks it up and kind of places it on a target, so that way you can practice things like trigger control, breathing, aiming, and those kind of fundamentals when it comes to marksmanship. So inside the box we get these little target stands. We get these little shades that just slip over the camera of your smartphone, and that's in case if you're in a bright area, because if it's too bright, the camera might have a hard time picking up the laser. We get a bunch of different targets, a bunch of different silhouettes and target types, and there's different games inside. I say games, but it's games and drills inside of the app for you to use. Let's see, also there's two different versions. There's the travel version, and that does not come with one of these tripods, but the other one does. And then, product comes in a nice little zippered pouch. Inside you have more of a travel style tripod, so if you wanted to take this on the road with you, or bring it to a range, or whatever the case may be, you have that. That's just the phone mount that goes on that little tripod. We get a little push rod here, and that's just to get the laser cartridge out of the weapon when you're done, and then the laser cartridge itself. So this is the 9mm version. It looks like a regular casing. On the back side, normally where a firing pin would be. There we go. Let's try to get that in focus for you. Now on the back side, where a normal firing pin would be, there's just a little rubber button which will shoot. If you can see back there, there is the laser that emits from that casing. Okay, so also on the back side of this pouch, we've got just some little adhesive squares to mount targets on the wall, and the same setup of targets, just smaller versions of them again, so you could just go with that case and be good to go. You wouldn't have to carry the large target stands or anything like that. Okay, so that is everything that comes with the kit. And we'll just kind of talk about the use. We'll run through the setup on the app and then just show you some of the stuff on there. So for this video, I'm just going to use my Taurus G3C, mainly because it's my only double action pistol. So of course, as always, first thing we're going to do is verify that our weapon is safe and clear, and it is. So what I mean by a single fire or single action or double action, with a double action, every time that I squeeze the trigger, it's gonna recock and drop the hammer, whereas a single action pistol, again, we'll make sure everything is clear. I'll squeeze the trigger, and then that's it. You get one, and then you kind of have to recock it before that hammer will fall again. So Just for the sake of not having to reset my trigger each time, we'll use the Taurus G3C. So again, not that you can't use it with a single action pistol, it's just you don't have to recock every time that you squeeze that trigger. So just for the purposes of this video, we'll just use that. Okay, so first thing that we do, just like if we were regularly loading, we're going to bring our slide to the back and drop that cartridge right on in, and then bring the slide forward and you're ready to go. So I'll just kind of show you and we'll look right over here where we had the laser at last time. When I squeeze the trigger, that laser just pops up for a quick second. Okay, so you don't have to keep a magazine in the well. I will, just because, as you can see, this is a compact pistol, so kind of just, need that. Plus, I would rather train with the weapon as it would feel in real world if I was firing the weapon. So we'll go with that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and open up the app real quick. So I have already set this up. So normally when you're going in, you're going to do the normal, create a login, accept all the user agreements and that kind of stuff. And then it just kind of gives you the intro to the program, how it works. There's some short videos, but we'll go ahead and pull up the app and take a look at it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and open up the app. And then as we can see here, you just get the count of how many times that you fired the weapon, what your current level is based off of the stuff that you've done, and just some coins here that you get awarded when you complete tasks, which allows you to buy stuff within their store. So as you can see here, there's some random drills. You have open, shooting, single target, hunt, holster draw, par timed, and that's just filtered to the latest. So just kind of tells you how to use the manual target, open shooting, multiple targets, single targets. There's a bunch of stuff in here. So you'll see some things that say Pro. Now the thing with the Pro is it's $49, but if you buy the Laser Academy, it comes with those Pro level features for no additional cost. So as you see, there's a bunch of different drills that you can do through here, and each drill takes a different type of target, but then you also have the pistol marksmanship course. So what this pistol marksmanship course, it tells you here what different targets you're going to need to use for the course, and as you see here, the distance is 4 yards. So inside my garage, just because I have so much junk in here, because like I've said before, I'm in the process of building a shed to replace the one that all this junk came out of. So I'll be standing at about 10 yards. So I'll be just off camera. The camera will be focused on the target, and then the app will be recording so you can kind of see what the app sees throughout this process. Okay, so we'll just run through one of these pistol marksmanship courses just so you can kind of see what that looks like. So we're just going to go ahead and hit start course. And here it's going to tell us that we need a target called BT5S. So when we look through our targets, that is your BT5S target. We'll just drop it on a stand and we'll place it over here. Okay, once we got that accomplished, we will take our phone. We're just going to drop that here into the holder and we'll crank it down. All right, we'll go ahead and mash continue here. So this is telling us from 4 yards it wants us to achieve a score of 35 or higher, and we already know what type of target that we need. Okay, so here we're trying to get the cell phone's camera to identify the target. we see this blue ring around saying that it is identified. But one thing that you're going to want to do is take care of the laser offset. So what does that mean? Now, with the firearm, your laser is shooting out at a straight line. It's going to go straight for infinity. So your laser line is going to be here, lined up with the barrel. Obviously, your sights sit above the barrel, so it's automatically going to be shooting low as far as the laser is concerned. Because if I'm aiming at this exact point, but the laser's coming out at this exact point, obviously that's going to be the offset. So that's called your laser offset. Now with regular ammunition, of course, they travel on a path. You know, they kind of arc up when they leave the barrel and then come back down. So that's how, you know, your sights, you don't necessarily always have to worry about an offset depending on your distance and the type of ammo and a whole bunch of other goobery stuff. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is calibrate the laser to your sights. So that way, as you're aiming, the laser's actually hitting where you're aiming at. So we'll kind of just show you for an example here. We're going to go into settings. And then you have shoot to calibrate or clear offset. I'm going to just clear offset real quick. Just so that way there's nothing in the system. So now with nothing in this system, I'm going to go ahead and aim. We'll aim right. We'll go right at the top of this little circle in the middle of the head and kind of see where the app picks those rounds up at.
Five, 8, 5, 5.
So it looks like it's not actually too bad, but what we're going to do is we're going to just hit shoot to calibrate, just so we can show you that. I'm going to move these crosshairs, and this time we'll just kind of go right here. We'll let everything settle down, kind of see where it says we're aiming at. Oh, so that banner is kind of blocking it all. So let's just go to the top center. Here. We'll let it all settle down. I see I'm a little bit high, so I'm going to push down. Now you see this keeps popping up saying moving, and that's because it's, you know, it's looking for your phone to be still when it's measuring its shots, and we'll kind of talk about that later on. Okay, so now that we've got that set to where our point of aim wants to be, I'm just going to aim and fire at that spot.
Nine, 10, 9, 8, 10, 9, 10.
Okay, and once we have everything dialed in there, we're good to go, so we'll just hit apply. And then we're going to hit start. And then it's going to give us a countdown and then tell us when to fire.
10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
So that just shows you the first of 13 challenges being completed. Obviously, that means that there's 13 within the whole thing. Our minimum required score was 35. We scored 50. So it passes us, and then it'll move you on to the next iteration. So, like I said, we also have, when you just are ready to train without actually taking a course, we can just hit drills and we'll look for open shooting, single target. It's gonna look for our target, and then we can just hit start. And this will just allow us to fire as many times as we want.
8, 5, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 10, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 10.
And again, you can go all day long on that one as much as you want. And then at the end, it just gives you a breakdown, your first round, what the score was, how many seconds it took you to engage, and then again, it just goes all the way down. It'll tell you what your fastest one was. You can click each individual section and see where it landed on the target. And if you hit play, it'll just run through all the rounds that you took. So again, like I said, the different drills or the different practice drills that you have on there is going to tell you what kind of target to use. But they have some head-to-head games and that kind of stuff. So when we're done, we'll just slide our bolt to the rear. And then we'll use that push rod, just push down on that laser cartridge, and it'll pop right out. Okay, so that is the Mantis Laser Academy. Been using it for about a week now. Overall, pretty good. Definitely helps you kind of work through dry fire exercises. Dry fire exercises are an important part of marksmanship, getting used to that nice, steady trigger press and your breathing and aiming. So it's definitely a good way to get muscle memory in those areas. Without, spending money downrange. I will tell you, currently, I spend, just shy of 30 cents a round for 9mm. Going to the range and squeezing off 100 rounds gets pretty pricey. The more you train, the better prepared you are, or the better marksman that you are, I should say. Being able to do these kind of drills at home will definitely make a big difference. So some of the stuff during the training drills, you practice shooting with your strong hand, with your weak hand, you practice grip control, breathing, all those kind of things. It kind of walks you through those fundamentals as you're going through. So overall, it's definitely a great product. So I used to use the Strikeman, which it's the same type of a concept. Has an app, it has a target, and it has a laser cartridge that you go in. So they offer these cartridges for multiple different calibers, and I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure they even have a laser cartridge for shotguns. So definitely very versatile. I really only have one gripe about the whole thing, and as you saw, as we were doing the offset, it should. I wish it would lock out that function that says that the camera's moving. So, for me to set the offset and set those crosshairs, I can't. It's not like I can take the camera off the mount and fix it because it has to see where I'm aiming at the target. So same thing, if I was to hold it stiff to move it, when I let go and that camera comes to rest, it's not going to be at the same spot where I just set in those crosshairs. So if they could block out that section, that would be great. The other kind of thing is it's great that they have that pistol marksmanship course, but you see them doing drills like break contact and maneuvers and that kind of stuff. It would be great if they had those kind of courses built into it. Whether it happens down the road or if I'm missing something, I don't know, but I just see, the pistol marksmanship course and then those individual drills that are in there. So it would be great if there was like your pistol marksmanship and then maybe advanced marksmanship, just something to continue your progression. Now, of course, you can go other places, see the kind of things, and utilize it with this system. But the video series on the pistol marksmanship course was really good. It would have been great if they expanded that into advanced marksmanship or something like that. But other than that, so far, definitely enjoying this piece of equipment. Other than that, I hope you found the review helpful. If you did, please do us a favor and hit that thumbs up button. If you have any questions about the product itself, please feel free to put those down in the comment section and I'll answer it to the best of my ability. And if there's anything else that you want to see reviewed on this channel, please go ahead and put that down in the comments too. I'll reach out to the company to see if they're willing to allow us to do a review for their product. And if so, we'll go ahead and get that review done. If you do leave a comment down there asking for something to be reviewed, please put down there if there's something specifically that you want reviewed with that product, so that way I can make sure I get that done during the video. Other than that, thanks so much for coming around, guys. We'll see you later. Have a great one.